Nicholas Smith's April 4th, 1968, and Dred Scott's What is the Proper Way to Display a U.S. Flag push up against conventional American notions of what is right, what is normal, and what is legal, to both amplify activist voices and open up spaces for unassimilated, uncriminalized expression. Smith's piece places Martin Luther King Jr. in a hoodie, and Scott's piece places an American flag on the floor with a ledger above it, encouraging viewers to step on the American flag to write their comments. These pieces very clearly subvert normal or dominant representations of MLK and the American flag. Dred Scott's What is the Proper Way centers a symbol of respectability and questions not only how we see it, but what lies beyond what we see. The 1989 piece combines a physical American flag on the floor beneath a ledger and a poster collage. The piece invites viewers to write their answers to the question by stepping on or leaning over the flag. Through the flag's placement on the floor, Scott encourages viewers to transgress or violate American flag etiquette. This piece puts free speech as a protected right in America up in conflict with the socialized reverence for America's flag. By stepping on the flag, a viewer makes the decision to value the ideal of free speech over their respect for the American flag. But by forcing a decision, the piece does more. It questions which decisions can be made and what those decisions represent. The U.S. Flag Code, U.S. federal law that is not enforced, says the flag should be treated like a living thing. Should it? The United States' failure to live up to and support its ideals of freedom and equality for everybody garners much derision. Should the flag be defiled? The piece presents two extremes of representation in its collage images, one of its flag-draped coffins and another of South Korean students burning the American flag. Through these opposites, Smith's piece amplifies the transgressive voice, but also works to dismantle the flag's power to promote uncritical patriotism by asserting that the ritualistic reverence shown for the flag fails to see and resist ongoing injustices. Similarly, Dinga McCannon's revolutionary sister reappropriates the Statue of Liberty in Black Panther Party colors to argue that morally, the values which it stands for are in line with those of the Black Panther Party. 25 years after Scott's piece, Nicholas Smith's April 4th, 1968 takes on another kind of ritual. I'd like to highlight two things about this piece that are not normal. One, MLK is usually represented wearing a suit, assimilated to white patriarchal dress codes that make professional or rule-making realms exclusive to people who can afford to look the part. Two, the hoodie on black male bodies in America has been, in much popular imagination, criminalized, says Smith.
It's a cautionary piece, trying to speak about not judging a book by its cover. Some reaction was saying, it's very hateful, saying, I can't believe you would put Martin Luther King Jr. in a hoodie. You're making him look like a thug, you're tearing down everything he worked for. It's just that millions of people in America have that exact same negative reaction when they see a black man walking down the street in a hoodie.
By confronting the respectability politics that demand that people of color go out of their way to assimilate into the dominant white culture, i.e. by wearing suits, Nicholas Smith advances Frantz Fanon's problem of normality, that the modern world has no coherent concept of what it is to be a normal black individual, that to be assimilated is an effort to make the alienated individual somehow at home in an alienating world. To wear a suit can mean to enter into that process of assimilation, whereas to wear a hoodie can mean to be criminalized. Missing between those is a space for MLK to be unassimilated, uncriminalized, and applied more broadly, missing from this dialectic is a space for self-definition outside of a white heterosexual patriarchal Christian imperial gaze. By going counter to what is normal and bringing out the assimilating work images of MLK are doing and criminalizing work done by many popular representations of black men in hoodies, Smith challenges viewers to question what they perceive to be respectable and what they do not, and thereby to see beyond the dominant socialized gaze.